there's nothing wrong with liking your job. There's nothing wrong with working. You can leverage your W-2 as superpower, right?
Yes.
I can do a lot more risks because I have
Yeah.
a W-2.
Yes. You have that active income no matter what, and you're more bankable at the end of the day.
Correct.
Like if you're like me and you own as many properties as I do and you don't have a W-2, good luck getting a traditional loan.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Real Estate Junkie. Today's episode is a little different. It's not your typical interview. It's more like you're eavesdropping on a catch-up session between two real estate investors. I've got 𝐓𝐢𝐦 back on the show, and for those who have been following since the early days, you might remember we had him back on episode 7 in February. A lot has changed since then. We dive into his creative financing deals and the new business he's building from scratch in Alabama. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this casual catch-up between two real estate junkies. Hey, Tim, welcome back to my show, man. It's been, like 8 months, I think.
Dude, yeah, man. It's been a while. It's good to be back, man. I appreciate the invite.
Yeah, this is actually going to be my episode number 24. So I've been just dropping episodes every other week since I think it was episode 6 that you were on.
Yeah, I was one of the OGs, man.
You definitely were. So what you been up to? I know the last time we talked, you were like big into seller financing and lease options, and that's really what our episode consisted of. Tell me about what you've been up to lately.
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate you bringing me back on, and I still love seller finance. I still love creative finance, and my most of my portfolio in Kentucky is still the lease option exit method. But we've done a couple different cool things this last year. I bought 6 condos in Iowa City, so right across the street from the University of Iowa. So if you guys don't know that place, it's where 𝐂𝐤 played basketball. So
Ooh.
everybody likes that place, but it's been pretty cool. That was a subject to seller finance hybrid deal. And then in Kentucky, we have a fully operational wholesale and flipping business. And we do cherry pick some of the deals for lease options. So we purchased, we have 3 right now on the books that we're renovating / refinancing out. And yeah, it's been pretty cool this year. A lot of growth and a lot of pain. So it's been fun.
A lot of growth and a lot of pain. Well, pain's good, man. Every time I go to the gym, I leave sore, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So I know in Kentucky is where you really started building your real estate business, right? And in Kentucky, you ended up creating essentially a wholesale business that you would get a ton of deals, right? You would weed down to a good deal and then decide whether you wanted to wholesale it to someone else or keep it for yourself, right? So
Correct.
that system has been proven and you fine-tuned it, and now you find yourself across the country where you know absolutely nobody, right? And you're building a wholesale business again. So first of all, tell everyone where you are right now and how you got there and why you're there.
Yeah. So I'm in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm a full-time Army officer, so I'm still in the military working my 9 to 5, and I'm here for a school. So when you transfer over to this job that I'm doing, you have to go to like the introduction course, which is like 60 days. It is in Alabama. So I'm literally in a hotel room. Like I'm not in my house or anything. My wife is still in Maryland. And I was like talking to a buddy and I was like, man, like I'm seeing all these people complain online and saying like, oh, I got a 9 to 5 job and I can't do it. Now, granted, you know, what the challenge I'm doing is I'm starting a business from the ground up in Alabama just to show that it's possible with a 9 to 5, right? But the biggest thing that I think I'm showing people is how you maximize your time.
So you're out there right now proving that working a full-time job is not a good excuse, that there's plenty of time in your day if you just sacrifice a little bit, right? Turn off the TV, get off your phone, unless you're making cold calls, right?
Yeah.
Put in some work, and you may be complaining that, hey, I'm trying to build a business. Maybe it's a wholesale business and I'm not seeing results, but you're also not putting in the work, and you have to put in the work. So it's just about time management at the end of the day, right? So you're
Yeah.
proving that right now, and you're teaching people how to build a business from scratch, and you're documenting this right now, right?
Yep. So I do a daily like post on Instagram and YouTube Shorts, but I am rolling up these videos into like weekly things where I'm like breaking down exactly what I'm doing. Like I'm gonna screen share my screen and say, if I have $0, I'm not gonna pay for no fancy CRM. I'm gonna make a Google sheet, like, and I'm literally gonna show you what I'm doing and like the messages I'm sending on Facebook. Like my first 2 deals I got this week were strictly on Facebook Marketplace. No like cold calling, no money spent. I literally, when you go on Facebook Marketplace, it says, "Is this still available?" You literally click that button 40 times to everybody, and then like
Yeah.
five people will respond to you, right? And then you say, "Amazing. Do you want to get on a phone call?" And like that one person I got on the phone, I end up getting a deal for free,
Nice.
right?
And your video, this is all on video too. If
Yeah,
people
I
jumped
literally
on your
just
YouTube.
posted a call on YouTube yesterday with a seller that agreed in my hotel, right? So everyone knows that I'm in the same hotel.
Yeah.
Filmed the call 2 days ago, posted it yesterday, of the guy telling me. I literally told him the truth. I said I'm doing a YouTube series on how to make money in Alabama, and I'm gonna help you sell your house. And he was like, "Bro, I love that." He goes, "I'll even give you
Nice.
a couple of more $1,000 if you help me sell it." All documented
Nice.
on a video. So I'm telling you, bro, you just gotta hustle out there and get out there.
Yeah. So let's talk about your YouTube channel, because I don't know. Did you have that the last time we talked? No.
No,
So it's new,
no.
right?
I started 2 months ago. Yeah.
Wow. So what is your handle on there?
It's 𝐂𝐤, so just like my Instagram.
So if you're out there listening, a few episodes back, I had Tommy Har. He's big into wholesaling,
Oh yeah.
and he broke down how to do it and how to get started. I think there's a wealth of knowledge you can get from 𝐂𝐤 as well. If you go check him out, he's teaching you how to do it from scratch. Like he's literally in Alabama right now building a business. Would you intend to like hire on somebody just for that market once you get it, bubbling up a
Bro,
little bit?
if I'm here long enough and I'm doing well enough, dude, I might just make like, so my whole goal, right, is, obviously it's just to inspire people, right? And I've
Yeah.
gotten so many messages the last couple of days like, "Bro, this is awesome. I love this. I'm gonna get on the phone." And that's what it's all about. Like I just want to like show people like it's possible, man, right? It's
Yeah.
out there if you want it. Now, who knows? If I end up assigning like 10 deals and I'm like cooking with grease, like I might tell my partners like, "Hey, bro, we may need to have a shop down here," right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. But that'd be really cool too to kind of document like the birth of, wow, this is actually a really profitable business here. Maybe we actually just have a Huntsville, Alabama arm to the business.
Yeah.
And, I can show people like the true cycle of, hey, I'm hustling, hustling, hustling. Let me start hiring.
Yeah.
Right. And then like I can show the problems of hiring and all this stuff and maybe fully automating this business. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I know Huntsville is a very popular place. I know real estate
It's
is
hot.
pretty hot out there as well, right? I think just showing people that, maybe it's a 9 to 5 or maybe they are in the service, that it's possible to really build wealth and actually have a side hustle that's more profitable than the money you're making in your W-2 job.
Yeah. And I think like a lot of people, and I think a lot of people online are the problem too, right? Like we're all posting stuff and
Yeah.
these like, "Oh, I just bought 6 houses with this portfolio." We want to attract eyes, we want to attract views, and I do want to tell the audience like it's okay to have 2, 3 houses fully paid off in 30 years.
Yes.
It's okay to have a W-2 and get a pension. Like I'm not telling you to be like me. I'm not
Yeah.
telling you to be like Tommy Har, right? Like
Yeah.
Pace Morby, all these guys. Like you have a goal, your personal goal, and if you love some people love their job, by the way. So like
Yeah.
I don't
No,
like a
my my
W-2.
my my wife's a perfect example of that. Like
Mm-hmm.
I keep telling her, "Love, you don't have to work anymore." But she just absolutely loves her job. Um, and plus it's given us medical benefits. And so that's something that we would have to figure out when she did quit. Like, okay, so now we actually have to pay for medical.
Yeah.
So let's figure that out. But really she's working because she loves her job. And
Yeah.
I don't want to take that away from her. If I loved my job, I would have kept working it, but I didn't. And then I figured my way out and I created my own job in real estate. So
Yep,
here I am.
exactly. There's nothing wrong with liking your job. There's nothing wrong with working. You can leverage your W-2 as superpower, right?
Yes.
Um, I can do a lot
It,
more risks because I have
yeah.
a W-2.
Yes. You have that active income no matter what. And you're more bankable at the end of the day.
Correct.
Like if you're like me and you own as many properties as I do and you don't have a W-2, good luck getting a traditional loan.
Yeah,
The
you're
only
done.
loans I can get, I have to go to commercial banks. That's the only way, and those interest rates are always going to be higher.
Yeah.
There's no way I could buy a primary home right now with a traditional residential loan. I'm
Yeah,
not
you know what?
bankable.
But that's the crazy thing about banks, and I don't want to get on this rant because you know me, I'm a creative guy. But my gosh, like, bro, I got like 19 properties, and you're telling me that I'm not bankable?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're doing things right, like
Yeah,
on paper at the end of the year with
I
depreciation
know.
and everything else, that's where it gets kind of like yeah, these residential mortgages aren't just not for you anymore. Plus, after 10, you can't even get them anyway. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, they're just like, okay, man, sweet.
but it's a good problem to have, and seller financing is always there, right? You just got to get creative. There's plenty of ways around that, but it's definitely a good problem to have. So, what's next for you? Where do you see yourself going as far as in the real estate world in the next 5 years?
I'm working on buying a multifamily. Like so, my ultimate goal is buying a multifamily. And I want to do rent by the room for veterans because there's a lot of like displaced veterans or veterans that need to get their feet under them again and they need affordable rent. And also the biggest thing is like man, a lot of veterans get out of the military and they're just kind of like by themselves.
Yeah,
They lack that camaraderie, they lack the community. So I want to essentially have a building or units where we can house 15 to 30 veterans, right, in one building, rent by the room so they can save up their money, have a community again, and then ultimately at the very end of it, the cherry on the top is being able to have all those veterans there and they provide them the resources, right? So it's an all in one stop shop where we have affordable housing for veterans and to provide them like any service they need to get their feet back under them, right? So that's my life goal.
that's a good life goal. I mean, you're giving back, and there's nothing better than that. Like, I say it all the time. Um, there's for me, like I could cash flow 1,000 a month on one of my rentals, and that's great. But what's even better is when I can move a family in or somebody into a house that's better than they came from, right?
Yeah.
And just see their smiles. I mean, that's one of the things that just really makes this business just
Worth it. Fulfillment,
so
man.
worth it. Yeah, yeah. Just being able to help people at the end of the day. And I think landlords get a really bad rap because there's a lot of good landlords out there that really are providing the community a great service, right?
Yeah. I honestly like, and there are definitely bad landlords out there.
Yeah.
I think we know a lot of them.
Yeah.
I don't raise rents because I choose to. Okay. And I want people to understand that. Like, not every landlord is out to just maximize their dollar. Like,
Yeah.
unfortunately, like this year, all my taxes went up and all my insurance payments went up.
Yeah.
Just like how inflation affects the tenant, right? Like we also like, yeah, I get it. Some people argue like, well, don't buy real estate then. well, everyone else's rent is going up. So
Yeah.
why should I lose money, right? So
Yeah.
now, because the taxes are going up, insurance are going up, I have to ask my tenant, like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like, my mortgage bill went up by like $200, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm only going to increase you by 50 because I'm already cash flowing, right? So like, but we can work something out with the tenant. But a lot of times, like, we're not raising rents because we're bad people. It's just everything is getting expensive, and that's why I want to go the affordability route.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. Well, it's definitely good to hear. Good to hear, and good to hear that you're doing well. And I'm excited to see how this wholesale business out there turns out. I'll definitely be tuning in, and I encourage my listeners to go check them out. You also started a new podcast too, right?
I did, man. I'm trying to follow suit, bro. Like, I had after our podcast like 8 months ago, I was like, I'm gonna make a podcast. And it's like anything else. It took me a long time to like take action and like get not shy, and
Yeah.
like film
Yeah.
an episode. But yeah, right now it's only on YouTube channel, like on my
Okay.
YouTube. So if you tune into my YouTube channel, you'll see the Mission to Wealth podcast, and a lot of it it's a very broad spectrum of people. So it's like we got obviously my real estate investor friends, including yourself. You're a guest on
Yeah.
there, but
Yeah.
we got like crazy private money lenders, transactional lenders. I got a dude that like buys landscaping companies, so it's like pretty well broad and
Nice.
different experience. So I hope you guys tune in and you guys learn something cool.
So that's the Mission to Wealth podcast, and they can get to that off of your YouTube channel at It's
Yes,
Tim
sir.
U.
Yes,
Got
sir.
you. Awesome. Well, I'll definitely be tuning in, and I'm sure my listeners will too. Tim, it was great to just have this short conversation with you. I know we talked about a lot of different things, but I thought it would be fun just to catch up and let my listeners eavesdrop in on our conversation. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, I love it, man. No problem. And enjoy filming your 25th episode to
I
cap off
will,
the year,
man.
bro.
And you know what? I think I told you when we did our podcast that I think that's going to be the last one for this season,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll start fresh up in January, and I may be rebranding it a little bit, but more to come on that, folks. But again, Tim, it was great having you. To everyone else that's out there, thanks for tuning in. God bless and happy investing.
Later. Thanks, man.